You've probably seen an episode or two of Narcos the series, and if you haven't, let's just say Pablo Escobar ran so El Chapo could slither. In 2019, Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was sentenced to life in prison after a decades-long effort to extradite him to the U.S. to stand trial. His path from the mountains of Sinaloa to a U.S. courthouse was marked by violence, drugs, and destruction. A federal judge in New York City sentenced him to life in prison plus 30 years, a moment hailed as the biggest victory in the war on drugs since the fall of Pablo Escobar in 1993. Guzman rose to power as the figurehead of the Sinaloa Cartel, Mexico's and possibly the world's largest drug trafficking organization. But what exactly is the Sinaloa Cartel, and how does it operate? Despite El Chapo's capture, the group has only grown stronger. Drug smuggling in Sinaloa traces back to the early 20th century. When the U.S. banned cocaine and heroin in 1914, Sinaloa's farmers saw an opportunity, cultivating opium, a trade that continues today. But it was America's cocaine boom of the 1980s that reshaped Mexican drug trafficking. The cartel's decentralized structure makes it resilient. Losing a key leader doesn't collapse the organization. This advantage helped them outlast rivals like the Zetas, a cartel founded by ex-Special Forces soldiers who brought extreme violence to the drug war. Despite their military tactics, the Zetas couldn't compete with the Sinaloa Cartel's well-established trafficking networks and financial resources. The Sinaloa Cartel's dominance comes from its control over drug production and distribution. Its members retrieve chemical shipments from the ocean like pirates for manufacturing fentanyl and other drugs. By 2017, while El Chapo was being extradited, the Zetas were already in decline. The Sinaloa Cartel, however, continued expanding. They might have chopped off the head of the cartel, but alas, they hadn't cut off the life force of the cartel, which is its money supply. U.S. authorities focused heavily on capturing El Chapo, misunderstanding how the cartel actually worked. Guzman's dramatic escapes, from a hidden compartment in a laundry cart to a mile-long tunnel dug into his prison cell, made him an international figure. But while he became the face of the cartel, its operations never depended on him alone. So let's get down to it. How do they keep their money? Let's get into it for real. Private planes loaded with cash, priceless artwork moving across borders, and billion-dollar operations disguised as family businesses. The Sinaloa Cartel isn't just in the drug trade, it has mastered the art of laundering money on a global scale. While the world fixates on the shipment of narcotics, few pay attention to the river of dirty money flowing back into the cartel's pockets, which is the key factor that keeps on oiling its engines for its shady operations. Moving drugs is only half the equation. The other half is moving the profits, as money is the life force of the cartel, and it can't afford to get its assets frozen by eagle-eyed feds or cops. The cartel doesn't just let its money pile up. It has a devious yet very simple system for moving and hiding cash, Loki style. One of the cartel's favorite methods involves vehicles modified with hidden compartments. These aren't simple stash spots. They're electronically controlled panels that open at the push of a button. Cash is concealed within door panels, under chassis, and inside seemingly ordinary car interiors, making it nearly impossible for law enforcement to detect without an extensive search. Nothing could prepare anyone for the torture that awaits whoever snitches to the cops about these stash spots. If police had to thoroughly inspect every single vehicle, they'd need to dismantle them like scenes from a spy movie. This overwhelming challenge gives the cartel an advantage, allowing them to move millions in cash with minimal risk. Cause, quite frankly, the cops don't get paid enough for all that business in real life. While cars work for land routes, private planes provide a faster, safer way to transport illicit cash. These aircraft don't land at major commercial airports. Instead, they use small, poorly patrolled airstrips, reducing the likelihood of inspections. Some planes have hidden compartments for storing cash, while others simply transport high-value contraband. Beyond vehicles, the cartel has devised an even more creative method, stashing money inside everyday objects. Electronics, furniture, and even food shipments can serve as covert cash containers. Anything that seems mundane can become a vessel for laundering millions. The Sinaloa Cartel isn't just smuggling money, it is scrubbing it clean. And to do that, they've taken a page out of corporate finance by setting up shell companies and front businesses. A shell company appears legitimate on paper, but beneath the surface, it's a financial black hole. The cartel owns a vast network of car washes, restaurants, construction firms, and agricultural businesses, legitimate-looking enterprises that help launder drug money. These businesses serve two key purposes: money laundering. Dirty cash is mixed with real business earnings, making it nearly impossible to detect. Community influence. A cartel-owned business might sponsor local events, winning over the public and deflecting suspicion. By keeping transactions small and using local business owners as intermediaries, the cartel ensures that financial watchdogs won't easily trace the money back to them. Sounds pretty neat, doesn't it? It's not that simple. When a cartel accumulates more cash than it can count, it turns to real estate. Mansions, secluded estates, and beachfront villas become not just status symbols, but financial tools. Buying property with cash eliminates the need for bank involvement, leaving no financial trail. Later, these properties can be sold at a profit, effectively cleaning the money. The cartel invests heavily in regions with loose property regulations, where background checks on buyers are minimal. The cartel also exploits international trade. By manipulating invoices, they hide dirty money within legitimate transactions. A shipment of electronics, for example, might be overpriced or undervalued to disguise illicit funds. This technique, known as over- and under-invoicing, creates a financial smokescreen, making it nearly impossible for authorities to track money movements. The cartel doesn't act alone. It partners with complicit businesses that alter trade documents, ensuring that illicit funds blend seamlessly into legitimate commerce. With the rise of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the Sinaloa Cartel has entered the digital financial world. Cryptocurrencies offer anonymity and instant cross-border transactions, exactly what a criminal empire needs. The process is simple. Convert drug money into cryptocurrency, use blockchain technology to transfer funds globally, bypassing banks, and then withdraw money from digital wallets without government oversight. Crypto coins allow cartels to move millions in seconds, without the risk of physical cash seizures. It's a digital fortress for their wealth, nearly impossible to penetrate. Casinos have long been a favorite laundering tool. The cartel's method is straightforward. Buy casino chips with cash, place minimal bets to appear as a normal gambler, cash out, and claim the money as gambling winnings. High-stakes gambling destinations like Macau provide the perfect cover. Junket operators help arrange games for high rollers, bypassing financial scrutiny. By laundering money through the casino industry, the cartel ensures its funds appear legitimate. Chances are, if you've ever been to one of these casinos, you've been sitting next to a mafian. The art world is a haven for money laundering. With little regulation and multi-million-dollar transactions, it's a dream come true for criminals. Cartels purchase paintings, sculptures, and artifacts with illicit cash, then resell them at inflated prices to clean their money. Unlike financial markets, art deals often lack strict oversight, allowing large sums to change hands without raising suspicion. A single painting can be worth millions, making it an ideal way to conceal and transfer wealth. It's a wonder how something so beautiful could be so dirty. The Sinaloa Cartel doesn't just move drugs, it moves money with unparalleled sophistication and very barbaric means of protecting. Through a combination of cash smuggling, corporate cover-ups, real estate investments, digital transactions, and the art market, they have built one of the most effective money laundering operations in history. While authorities continue to crack down on the drug trade, the cartel's real power lies in its ability to keep its fortune hidden, often in plain sight. If you loved this, kindly subscribe with us by simply tapping the bell icon on your screen, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more updates.